I actually asked him what is on the wheels, because it's in another language, and it's apparently in French, and it means my ex is a slut. It's very, very funny to me.
Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to Shifting Lanes. My name's Chad, and today we are talking about, well, what is one of the coolest things we've ever talked about on stream, and that is one of your cars, of your car. Now, one of our viewers drives an absolutely insane R35 GTR. It's got over 1,000 horsepower. It has one of the craziest wraps I've ever seen on any car, and it has a really hilarious message in the tire letters on the sidewall, which you saw in the cold open. It's an amazing piece of kit that we talked about on our stream. If you want to check out our streams, every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Facebook page and on Shifting Lanes Live on YouTube, both of which I'll link in the description below. And guys, if you liked the video, share it with a friend, give us a thumbs up, and ring the bell so you get all the notifications of when we release a new video, whether it be these stream highlights or even our vlogs where we go over our personal cars. Greg's got a pretty awesome Volvo station wagon. He's actually going to have two in the not too distant future. And I have a Mustang that's, well, let's just say going to be making over 700 horsepower in the coming months, and you definitely don't want to miss that, so make sure you ring the bell. But that's enough of me. Let's get to today's video. I'll catch you in the next one.
And speaking of that, actually, we do have someone that tuned in last week or a week before that he sent us like a video of his car, which is actually pretty sick. It was really cool. It is a built GTR. So, you know, if you guys want to like be in the comments and chime in and show us like your cool cars, we'll show them on stream and we'll talk about them. So this was from a guy named Sean. This is an Alpha 12 build with over 1,000 horsepower. I think it's like 1056 horsepower and this crazy wrap. And I actually asked him what is on the wheels, because it's in another language, and it's apparently in French, and it means my ex is a slut. It's very, very funny to me, and I think that's hilarious. You put that on a sticker on your wheels. That's great. But this thing is super cool, and obviously from the video you're looking at, like, it shoots fireballs at the back, which is just badass.
Yeah. Well, so that looks pretty crazy. So Gregson, you had wrapped your Aston Martin when you had it. What was that process like? Let us know, you don't have to tell us the cost or anything like that. Just give us some ballpark figures, but also how long did it take for them to wrap the car, and what was the quality?
Yeah,
so on and so forth.
Like, it depends. Like, cost can run anywhere from $1,500 all the way up to like 10 grand, because it's all dependent on material you use, size of the vehicle. Like, you're wrapping a Suburban, it's going to be like $7,000-8,000 just because of material and labor cost, even though like it's not an exciting car. Whereas like a Huracan, very exciting car, may only be $4,000 or $5,000 because less material, still an intricate kind of thing, like lots of angles and corners and not a ton of flat pieces. But it just depends. So like a GTR, I mean, these are pretty commonly wrapped. They're easy to take apart. You can probably get that wrap done for between $3,000 and $4,000. I think the Aston wrap costs around I want to say like $3,000, $3,500. Think about what the wrap is. It's not like a ton of money, because depending on what wrap you get, not the real thin kind of satin wraps or sateen wraps, those are a little bit, they have like less material to them. But if you get the big glossy ones, they're a bit thicker. It's like putting PPF on your car a little bit, paint protection film. So you do get a little bit of paint protection on top of it, just changing the color of your car and being a cool differentiation of what you want. So it's a neat thing, and you can print out all of these graphics. Like this car is super cool because I guarantee you they like custom made the vinyl and then just laid it down. Like they did it 3D in graphic design, either in like an InDesign program or Photoshop program, printed it all out, and then boom, just put it right on the car, which is really cool. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
did you do it again?
Because it's a great way to like change the color of your car, or change the way your car looks, and the way you'd want to make your car on the cheap or relative cheap. Because like a good paint job, not OEM, like better than OEM. Like a good paint job could run you $7, $8, $9, $10,000. Not this like Mako stuff. So if you go to like an actual real place, it'll cost you like a good amount of money to get your car painted. You know, Mako, like everyone says the $500 Mako paint job, and that still exists. But you know, Mako actually does like good paint too. Like you can get a $3,000 paint job from Mako with like, you know, 2 coats of regular paint, you know, a coat of clear, and everything like that. So it really depends on your preference. Wrapping is a great way to change your car a couple of times without having to pay for, you know, for a new paint job. But I would do it again. I'm probably going to end up wrapping my Polestar.
In gloss black.
Cool. Yeah, because it's consistent too, right? Like,
duh.
Like a wrap is pretty consistent, right? Like the quality is like the same. Whereas if someone were to paint the car, it really depends on like the equipment and the skill of the painter. Because you know you could get like some weird effects.
In the same respect,
different thicknesses
it happens
too.
with wrap too. You go to a really crappy wrap job or a wrap shop, you're not going to get a good job. But if you go to a well-renowned wrap shop, you're going to have a very well done piece. And the details will be in how they're wrapped around the panels, how they're secured. You know, if they're doing paint protection film, are they doing it how the OEM does? Like at the end of a panel, you can kind of see that little edge. Or have they gone to the extra mile and wrapped it around that edge? So you can tell what good shops are. And like, it's not as intricate as paintwork, no, but you know, there are definitely shops that are just not good, and you can kind of tell that it's just been, because there'll be bubbles in it, you know, it won't be lined up. You know, they'll use like knifeless tape, which is the tape you lay down, and then you put the wrap on top, and then you just peel the tape back, and it kind of cuts it from the inside, and then you just wrap it down. Like people wrap over the knifeless tape and then just don't do it and leave it there. So like I've actually seen that happen, and it's not great. So there is a lot of skill involved in it as well.
Real quick, we have shots fired in the chat. John Augustine disagrees and says his son has a better garage right now. We have a 21 A91 Supra blue, Focus RS blue, 87 Skyline also blue, but Bayside blue this time.
Blue.
And a 22 4Runner.
Yeah.
Dang. That's
all right. So your son wins that battle. Sorry. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, a BMW, a Ford, and a Nissan. It's multinational again.
Oh, more shots fired. BMW says.